from Jen's Stitching Niche. I'm back for an update video. It's been a while, but I'm back. Today is April 30th. It is 6:20 in the evening, and it's been a long day. Today is the next to the last day of the semester. Our semester is ending midweek, which is weird. Lots of problems with that, but it's ending tomorrow, and we will do exams next week. So a lot of adjustments with this new schedule, new everything at our school, but that's fine because I'm actually finished. I meet with my students tomorrow to do makeup exams, so I don't have to lecture, which was nice. Lecture today was fun. It's, the last day of class is usually, the students are excited, but the faculty, I think, are more excited. So I enjoyed lecture today. I told all kinds of stories about things that not necessarily had anything to do with blood vessels, but I could make them relate. So it was fun. Let's see, what else? Updates, life updates. It's been crazy. It has been so crazy this semester. I haven't traveled since the last time I made a video, which is usually the reason I don't make videos, but I've been home every weekend, it seems. But I'm going somewhere this weekend. I'm going to Memphis. But it's just been really, really busy trying to catch up with everything. I'm teaching a lot of classes this semester for faculty. Usually, 3 or 4 classes, that's a lot. And this semester I'm teaching 5 classes and I'm coordinating 22 labs. So that's a crazy amount of work, but it's over. I'm so happy. I just have exams, but that's not work for me. So that's work for the students. But it's been a very busy semester, both good busy and bad busy. The good busy is my Etsy store has been very busy, and I'll talk a little bit about that towards the end of the video, but I do appreciate all of you that have been supporting my Etsy shop, Jen's Stitching Niche. You've kept me busy, and that's good. Chickens, I have chickens, new baby chickens. I'll try to put either a video or pictures in here. I purchased 6 babies, little chicks, about 6 weeks ago, and I bought what were supposed to be hens again, and I got another rooster, but that's okay. They're cute. And then I was at the feed store here in our small town, and the little baby chickens were so cute, I had to get 6 more, so I have 6 more. And then the best one was that I went out to pick up eggs one day and I found a baby chicken. So one of our hens hatched a little baby, and he is, or she, I don't know what it is, but it's really cute. So we have 7 little ones and then 6 teenagers, and then we have the 9 that are out there doing great. I'll probably have to take a break here in a little bit and go put them up. So since it's been so long since my last update video, I'm not going to talk about projects that I've worked on since my last video, because there's been a lot, especially due to School of Magical Stitches and Literature. So what I'm going to do instead is focus on my Stitch Mania plans. I do have a few other projects that I want to share at the end of my video, but I'm going to talk mainly about my Stitch Mania plans and my Year of Brenda Gervais plans. So I'll start with the Year of Brenda Gervais. So this year, I'm starting a new Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread project at the beginning of each month. So in January, I stitched on Brick House Sampler, and I finished it in February. February, I started Indigo Lane and finished that one in February. In March, I started this one right here called Blessed Be and finished that in March. And then in April, since I've seen you all, in April I started the Quaker Sewing Tray, which was a Nashville release this year. And I finished that, and I've fully finished it horribly. It's so bad I don't need to show you. It's really bad. So I've got to fix that, come up with a better idea. So next video, I will show you a fully finished Quaker Sewing Tray. This month, for May, I am starting a 2018 release. This is the Spring in Baltimore, which was released at Nashville last year. And the model is stitched on 28 count mushroom Lugana 1/1, and I don't do 1/1. So I found this piece of linen in my drawer of linen, and that's the one I'm going to use. It probably is flax or something like that, but it's a 40 count. And I will use the call for threads unless I don't have them, and then I'll substitute something from my Victorian motto. All right, so that's my Year of Brenda Gervais, and the hashtag for that will be May Spring in Baltimore South. Okay, and I've got it in this bag. Everybody's showing their project bags, so I'll show you mine as I go through my Stitch Mania, and I've been making some, but mine are not that great. My plan was to sell some on my Etsy shop, but not yet. They're not quite ready for that. But this is actually a gift that I got from Suzette from Primitive Stitcher a few years ago. So isn't that pretty? Love it, love it. So that is the Year of Brenda Gervais starts. Okay. Stitch Mania. So for Stitch Mania, my plans are to participate for 31 days. And this will be my 4th year to participate. And I still have some projects that I started in 2016. One that I started in 2016 that I still haven't completed. A few from 2017 and a few from 2018. So instead of a brand new start every day of the month, I'm going to use the Blimey Cat method. Brittany from Ingleside Imaginarium was the one that kind of talked through this a few years ago. And if I have a start from a previous year that is still in my WIP rotation, then I'm going to work on that the day I started it. If I finished a project, then I get a new start. So at this point, I have 12 what I'm going to call carryovers, things that I started in a previous Stitch Mania and I haven't finished yet. So I have 12 of those. That leaves me with 19 slots for new starts. And my Brenda Gervais doesn't count. That's a different crazy participation game that I'm doing. So actually I will be starting 20 things in May, at least. So, which that doesn't bother me. I know that Misty Purcell had asked about that. How do people deal with that? And it does not bother me at all to have all these projects going, as you can see. I'm a type of person that I've got all kinds of things going on, and it doesn't bother me. And it may be because I'm in a family with lots and lots of people that were in and out of our house. There was always something going on. My mom and my dad always had all kinds of projects going. And to me, it's okay because I do finish them. So I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me any more than having them in the closet not started. That bothers me more than not having them started. So I don't know. And let me talk another thing about Stitch Mania before I get too far, because I like to plan my Stitch Mania. You know, I love getting my little notebook out and schedule everything and, got it all written down at least once. I think it's great. And I have a friend who makes fun of me about it. She thinks it's crazy that anybody would have that many starts. You may know her. Her name is Lisha, the Southern Ladybug. So I'm okay with that. She's a very good friend, and I love her for her differences and what we have in common. That is fine. I was watching her video the other day, and guess who's doing Stitch Mania? Miss, why would anybody stitch on more than one thing at a time? But that's okay, because I'm going to support her in her adventure of Stitch Mania and not rain on her parade. I want her to enjoy it. So to help her enjoy it, I'm actually changing my plans. And I'm going to stitch on 3 projects that I originally was not going to work on so that I can support her in her Stitch Mania. These are things that she's starting and I'm going to start as well. She doesn't know when she's going to start them because she's crazy and she's just going to be pulling things out of a basket just randomly. I don't do that. I have it all scheduled out. And so we just won't start them at the same time, which is okay. but again, supporting my friend. So, all right, so let's get started on what I will be working on. So starting May 1st, which is tomorrow, I will work on a carryover. So in 2018, I started Cooper by Kathy Barrick. And that's what it looks like. I have this in one of the vinyl front bags, and the cover sticks to the vinyl, so that's why it looks like it's been run over. I usually take very good care of my charts. But I love that. I love the way the alphabet is behind him. So I've stitched on this some over the course of the year, but not much. And that's my progress. Now, if you have been following my channel for very long, you know last year Teresa and I got really crazy with Stitch Mania, and we would stitch on the projects every day. So like on day 1, I started this. On day 2, I started something else and stitched on this. So by the end of the month, we had 31 projects we had to work on during the day. I'm not doing that this year. I may do a little bit of it, but I'm not going to stick to it like I did last year. It just was ridiculous because I was at a conference in Columbus, Ohio, and I took all my whips with me so I could participate. Crazy lady. This is, what is this fabric? I don't know. I think this is a piece of fabric that I dyed, and I'm just using DMC. Okay, so day 1, May 1st, Cooper. Day 2 is a new start. So, Katrina Boyd and I, last August, I think it was, or maybe it was September, we were talking about what our plans were for Stitch Mania, and she's like, you know what we should do? Let's do an ornament mania. We'll start a new ornament each month. I'm like, sign me up. I'll do it. That's great. I love participating with other people. And then in January, we were working on something, and she goes, you know what we should do? Let's not do the ornaments. Let's do a berry Stitch Mania. We'll start an Erica Michaels berry each month. I'm like, sign me up. I'll change all my plans. That sounds great. I think she's changed her mind since then, but I haven't. I'm going to still do the Erica Michaels 12 Berries of Christmas. So there's 4 charts in this series. Each chart has 3 berries. So this is the first group, day 1, 2, and 3. Here's the second group, 4, 5, and 6. Here's the third group, 7, 8, and 9. And then the final group, 10, 11, and 12. And I'm going to start a berry each day as long as I have slots available. So day 1, May 2nd, I will start the first berry. Partridge in a Pear Tree. And I'm stitching it on the called for linen, which is 35 count cocoa. I've got 12 pieces cut, all set. And I got this in a bag. I didn't tell you. My last bag, this is one that I made myself. And then this one is a bag that I got from Susie Reno made that for me. So pretty. All right. Day 3 is a carryover from 2018. And it is a Good Housewife chart. It's called Pumpkins and Peacocks. I got this at Cross Stitch Peddler in Decatur. And last year I started this, and I did not like it because the colors, I'm using DMC on 32 count black Lugana, and I just did not like it. I hated stitching on this, and I almost made it a give up. But I powered through, and thanks to School of Magical Stitches and Literature, I have made some progress. So that's how far I've gotten. Last week, one of our tasks was to stitch 300 stitches on a tree, a vine, a bush, or grass, so I did the vine. So I will stitch on that on May 3rd. And here's another one of my project bags. My mom has all these old zippers. I don't know where she got them, and she just gave them to me, so I've been using them. And you can tell these are the old metal ones. But reuse, what is it? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay. May 4th, I will work on the second berry in the 12 Berries of Christmas series. On May 5th, this is my oldest Stitch Mania start. This was from 2016. This is the year my son was in the school play and he was the Tin Man. So I started the Spirit of Oz Santa. And this is stitched on perforated paper, and you can see there's all these little tiny parts to it. And it's got all kinds of specialty threads. And it's fun to stitch. I like stitching on other things more. So I haven't made much progress. I can't even find my progress. Oh, there it is. That's as far as I've gotten. It's okay. Maybe I'll have it finished by the time he graduates from college or graduate school. Okay. Day 6, I will start the third berry in the 12 Berries of Christmas series by Erica Michaels. Day 7 is a Sal that I started with Lori from Mischievous Stitches. It's Birds of a Feather by Blackbird Design. Isn't that pretty? I got this chart at Stitcher's Haven. This chart is no longer available through my distributor. I think I have 2 copies of it left in my shop. So it's going to be one of those out of print ones, I guess. I am stitching this on a piece of 40 count, probably Winter's Brew or something like that from R&R. And that's my progress. So this is fun. I've stitched on this one for School of Magical Stitches and Literature. And I'm doing my own conversion to silks. I'm just pulling silks out of my my collection and substituting. The way I do that, this is charted for silks, but what I do is it has the DMC, and so I just pull the DMC and then I match it to the silks that I have in my stash. Okay, this is one of my project bags I made. All right, so May 7th, May 8th, 9th, and 10th, I'll start berries in the 12 Berries of Christmas series. On the 11th, I've got a carryover, and this is a carryover from 2017, and it is a primitive needle chart. It's Sampler Sisters of the Thread, and I know several people are working on this. I'm stitching this on 40 count vintage pear from Lakeside Linens, and that's my progress. And I'm just using the call for threads. It's really pretty. It's quite easy to work on too. I just don't work on it very long. Old project envelope. All right, day 12 is a carryover from last year's Stitch Mania. And this was something that Teresa and I decided. We wanted to do a Hawk Run Hollow piece. And since there are always 12 blocks in a Hawk Run Hollow, I'm like, we should start it on May 12th. So Teresa agreed. And I started Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I worked a little bit on the top last year. And then this year, I've started working on the house because of School of Magical Stitches and Literature. So this is on a piece of 40 count Stars Hollow blend, I believe, from R&R. And that's my progress. And I'm just using DMC on this. No, I'm not. Apparently I'm using silks. So I guess so. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm just substituting from the silks that I have in my stash. That's interesting. I don't think all of that I've stitched with has been silk. And this is another one of my project bags I made. I love grays and yellows together. And I found this set of fabric line that's grays and yellows. Love that. It's so pretty. I've got a couple of other ones I'll show you that I've made. Okay, so day 13, 14, and 15, I will start the next 3 berries in the 12 Berries of Christmas series. Day 16, which is one of the ones I'm most looking forward to, is a Brenda Gervais. This was a 2017 start. It is 3 Black-Eyed Susans from Brenda Gervais. And that's my progress. I have no idea what this is. I think it's a piece of, it's probably cocoa, 40 count cocoa or something. It's a Weeks Dye Works though. And I'm excited. I had to work on this for, I think it was one of my 3-day focuses or something, but I'm getting to this purple, which I love this color. It's one of the Victorian mottos that I've had for a long time, but it's a pretty gray purple. So I'm excited about that. So that's on the 16th when I will be at Katrina Boyd's retreat in Sevierville. So I'll have I should make good progress on that. Okay. Oh, things are falling apart. It doesn't want to stay. Okay. Day 17 is another carryover. This is from 2017. And it is Thistle Stitches by Jeanette Douglas. And I'm stitching this on the called for linen, which is 32 count. What is this? Lilac. And I bought the thread pack for this, so I'm stitching it with the called for threads. That's my progress. So, if you stitch these stitches series on 32 count, the piece fits in an 8x10 frame. Thank you, Jeanette. I love that. Okay, let's see. Day 18 is another carryover. This is from 2018. It's another primitive needle, and it is of Female Arts. I'm not sure what this fabric is. I think it's an R&R, but I'm not sure. I don't know what it is. But this is my progress. Isn't that acorn so pretty? Everybody loves acorns. I collect acorns, which is kind of weird, but whenever I go somewhere, I try to find an acorn, and I have a bowl downstairs that's full of different types of acorns that I've picked up over the years. You know, we were in New York a couple of years ago, and we were in Central Park, and I picked up acorns in Central Park and brought them home. And then I picked up some acorns from Boston, I think Boston Commons, and I brought those home too. But I love acorns. And now my nephew's decided that he likes that idea, and he's collecting acorns too, so we'll plant them later. All right, day 19, 20, and 21, I will start the last 3 of the 12 Berries of Christmas series. On the 22nd, I was going to start a new project, but because I'm supporting my friend, Lisha, I changed that. So she and I have been collecting the Christmas Village kits from Mill Hill, and if you watch her video, the Southern Ladybug, she's already stitched one of them, the Cathedral. So I'm behind, but I'm going to start one of those so I can catch up with her. On day the 23rd, I'm going to start working on some of these kits that I have in my stash. So I'm going to work on this red, white, and blue from Lizzie Kate. I got that at Keepsakes. It's a souvenir. And it comes with everything but the thread. So I'll work on that. I'll start that. And that's in one of my project bags that I made not too long ago. Isn't that pretty? Okay, on the 24th, I have another new start, and this is another Lizzie Kate. It's a little stitch, and I got this from Katrina, and it's got everything but the threads, and it's in one of my little bags. I don't match my bags to my projects. I'm not that organized, I guess. Okay, on day 25, I was going to do another Is that it? No. No. I was going to do another Lizzie Kate, but I threw that one out, and I'm going to start playing with Jax from Cricket Collection to help support my friend. On the 26th, I have a new star. It is it's Very Merry Santa from Lizzie Kate. So again, it's a kit. I just need to add threads. I've shown this one. I've got several of these. I made a whole bunch of them because I was going to sell them on my Etsy shop, but I just don't think my corners are pretty enough. So, okay. Day 27 is a carryover from 2018. It is Sampler Folk from Carriage House Sampling. And I have made quite a bit of progress on this one. This is my progress. So, School of Magical Stitches, I had to stitch on something that scared me. So I don't like crowds. I'm like, oh, you got more than 3 people, that's a crowd. So I stitched on that. And it came up in my rotation for a 3-day focus, and I got a lot of work done on it. But I was having problems reading the chart because my eyes have gotten old. They're older than me because I'm not as old as my eyes pretend to be. But, and I didn't see my stars. See this star? That's what they're supposed to look like. I read the symbol wrong, and that's what, but they're going to stay there. It'll just remind me to be humble. Can't be perfect. And this is another one of my project bags. This is one of my favorite sets of fabric that I got from Moda. I think it was called Salt Water or Salt Air or something. I just love the colors. Okay. Day 28 is a new start. It is Hen Peck from Plum Street. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to stitch it on 36 count vintage beeswax. So that is so pretty. I'll do the called for threads unless I don't have them, and then I'll substitute Victorian motto. Day 29 is a carryover from 2018, and it is Brenda Gervais, Basket Full of Summertime. And this is my progress. I'm stitching this on a piece of 40 count Weeks Dye Works. I think this is Confederate Gray. Isn't that cute? So tiny. So, whoop. And then my last 2 I don't have in here because I'm supporting my friend Lisha, who sprung it on me that she's doing Stitch Mania. So on the 30th, I'm going to stitch, I may change this. I just thought, no, I'm not. 30th, I'm going to stitch Cricket Collection October, which I'm excited about that. I've been wanting to stitch that monthly series, so this gives me a good excuse. So, and I'm supporting my friend. And then on the last day of May, the last of Stitch Mania, I will start the Scary Apothecary series, which I have not kitted that up yet. So that's my Stitch Mania plans, and I am super, super excited about it. I cannot wait till tomorrow. I have a full day at school because students are doing their presentations in my first class. My second class is an honors class on food transformation, which we have had so much fun in that class, and they are bringing food and we're going to eat. And I think they said we're going to watch Binging with Babish. And then I'm doing makeup exams. And let's see. Thursday, makeup exams. Friday, makeup lab practicals. Monday, presentations. Tuesday, exams. Wednesday, exams. Done. So I'm excited. All right, so what else am I doing? This weekend I'm going to Memphis. My husband and I are going to drive up to Memphis on Friday because the Primitive Stitcher Society is doing a retreat in Olive Branch, Mississippi, which is southeast of Memphis, and they have a merchant mall. I went to the merchant mall, I guess, 3 years ago, and it was really good. I was in Atlanta for a conference. Lucky. And I went there. So we're going to drive up, and I'm going to do some shopping on Saturday, and then we're going to have fun in Memphis and then come home. I have 2 other trips planned in May. I'm going to Katrina Boyd's retreat, the 17th and 18th. I think that's the dates, in Sevierville. And then I have a conference in Portland. So my husband and I are going to fly out on the 21st, and we'll be back on the 28th. The conference is 4 of those days, but we're going to do some sightseeing and probably go to Acorns and Threads. I'm excited. I'm so excited. June, I have 2 trips planned. I'm going to Dubuque, Iowa for a launch meeting for our textbook. And then I'm going to another Katrina Boyd retreat. I haven't seen Katrina in so long. Last time I saw Katrina was Nashville. And before that, we've seen each other like every month, the first 3 months of this year. And now it's been all of April since most of March and all of April. So I miss Katrina. Katrina's my sister. So I'm going to her retreat in June, at the end of June. I don't have any plans for July. August is a big month because my older son was accepted into the Disney College program, so he'll be moving to Orlando. And I'm excited for him. It makes me nervous. I know he's in his 20s and he'll be fine, but I still worry about him. And what else? I think that's all we have planned in August. My younger son's having surgery. Hopefully we can get that worked out. But it's going to be a fun summer. I plan on finishing some of these things that are hanging up on the wall over here. This one of 4 panels for a quilt. I've got everything to make it. I'm going to finish that. I've got almost all of the blocks. You can see the cats here. I've got everything, and I just ordered the finishing kit from Little Red Hen. Isn't that cute? Came with everything you need to finish it. If you like this series, this is at Little Red Hen. They have a, can y'all see that? Little Red Hen? They have a Facebook group, and you can download all of the blocks for this cat quilt. It's a cat applique quilt, and you can use whatever you want. I ordered the kits from her to put this together, but on May 20th, she's taken all of that down. So if you're interested in that, you need to sign up and get those downloaded. Teresa and I are also working through the series that was released in the Primitive Quilts and Projects magazines for this year. And it is this series. So I cut everything out. I just have to sew it on. Teresa's already finished hers. I can't believe she beat me. Y'all, I can't believe she beat me. But she did. So I'm going to finish mine. And then the second part has come out in these boxes here. That one's mine. That one's Teresa's. We're going to work on that. And I have all kinds of plans for the summer. I'm so excited. We've already started gardening, and I picked berries. I don't know, my fingers aren't pink anymore, but I just got back in to picking berries. So it's just, I've got big plans for this summer. School of Magical Stitches and Literature is amazing. I know some people think it's crazy, but this week we had, well, let me back up. A couple of weeks ago, we had the request that we had to come up with a list of no more than 20 WIPs, no problem for me. And you had to post your list and pictures of your current progress on those different projects. And this week, the homework was only for Monday and Tuesday. And our homework was, from your list, which one has the fewest number of stitches remaining? And then you had to stitch on that one. If you got a point for every 100 stitches, and then if you finished it, you got a bonus, and if you fully finished it, you got a bonus. But it all had to be done Monday and Tuesday. If you started early, your house got a major penalty. So I was looking, and this is like the lottery, y'all. It was so exciting, because my smallest project was this little guy from Shepherd's Bush. This is what it will look like, which is almost finished, so you could tell from what I just showed you. But I'm like, wait a minute. When I finish, I've fully finished because that's done. So just to be sure, I posted a question on our question thread and said, this is what I'm working on, and when it's done, and I put the 3 buttons on it, it's fully finished. Is that going to count? And they said yes. So as long as I get my butt downstairs and cross stitch on this the rest of the night, which I just have a little bit here to do, this will be fully finished and we'll get a bonus. Go Gryffindor. Woohoo! Okay. Shop update. I have been busy. I have tried to keep things in stock as best I can. And I've been trying to kind of expand some things. I love all kinds of projects, and I love crafting. I love the finishing of things, even though I don't have a lot of things finished. And I was watching the Kathy Haberman's latest video where she was talking about covering the board and what she uses. And she showed the stitchery tape. And the way she used it, it made it look so easy. I'm like, well, I need some of that. Well, I can carry this in my shop. So I now have this in 60-foot rolls and 180-foot rolls available through my shop, Jen's Stitching Niche. I also have snag nabbits and those fabric count gauges now. And I decided to clean out the space that I used to store all of my supplies, and I found some things that I haven't posted, like some of the different types of floss tags. So I have like 2 new peacock floss tag sets and some floral ones posted. So that I was able to put a lot of new things on there. One thing that I've had for a while, and I love these, but I really didn't, talk about them too much because I haven't done the project, are the Just Another Button Company pin minis. They have a pin club, or pin mini club, and each month you get a different set of pins. And so about 3 weeks ago, I decided that I was going to make some of the little pin cushions that go along with these, and they are so cute. So let me show you I've made 4 of them. So when you sign up, or when you order the pin set, you also get access, or some of them you have to go and download, some of them come with the pin set, but you get access to finishing the pin cushion. So this was one set, and I changed the colors. The example they showed was really bright pinks and greens, but I wanted it to match the pin set. So this is a pinwheel pin cushion. Isn't that cute? And then this was one of the pin sets that came out this year. I think this was for March. And I just used some of my wool to make this wool applique pin cushion. I think that's so cute. I love those colors. And then this one was March. Maybe this one was March of this, and that the carrots was April. But isn't that pretty? This reminds me of my sister Sharon. She loves yellow flowers. And my absolute favorite one, this is the strawberry paper piecing pin cushion. And I love this project. So back it up a little bit. So the instructions are really, really easy to follow. But I'm going to make all of them now. They're so cute. But it's the Pin Mini. So if you search for Pin Mini, P-I-N-M-I-N-N-I-E, you can find these different sets. Let's see, what else do I have to share? Talked about my baby chickens. We've just been really busy. The bees have been busy. So we are up to 14 hives, which is crazy. About 3 weeks ago, we had a major storm blow through, and thank you for all of you that have checked in on me. But it blew one of our sheds over, and we had a beehive next to that shed, and it blew it over. But bees are very resilient, so we went out there and we just reassemble the hive, and they're good. We actually got a new queen from that, and started a whole new hive, which is crazy. I don't know if that's gonna. My husband swears it's working, but I'm not sure. So, and then the Easter Sunday, we had a swarm, and he was able to get that swarm, and so that's a new one. And then there was a swarm that flew through last weekend, but he didn't know where it went, so we didn't get that one. But we're out in the country, so there are swarms and then other people's swarms, but that's okay. Swarming isn't the same thing as them leaving. Swarming is establishing a new hive. So we're up to 14 now, which is crazy. Since we started 3 years ago, we've lost 2 hives. One of them just it just died out, but we got a split from that. And then last year we had too many of them crowded, I think, and 2 hives stole all the honey from the 3rd hive societies. So, but we'll be collecting a lot of honey this year. Between the honey and the jelly and the vegetables, it's going to be like a farm stand at our house. So, I guess that's about it. I will hopefully get this uploaded tomorrow for all of you participating in Stitch Mania. Have fun. It's going to be so much fun. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.